Alright everybody, so here's the class setup for the Grau. We got two different class setups. So we have the one that I would like to refer to as long range, and then we have another one that I refer to as close range. So really this weapon, you can use it at any type of range. You can use it long range, short range, medium encounters, anything that you'd really like to do. The number one thing that I like to make sure I have on pretty much any gun that I use is to have the advantage over someone else, whether it be to be able to kill them faster with FMJ on, or if I'm doing a long range exchange, I like to have, you know, damage range in that situation. Or if I'm doing a close range, I like to have, you know, as much of an advantage as I possibly can. So basically we'll start with the long range here, and what I like to do is I put on the monolithic suppressor. And the reason why is, first, if you're doing any type of a long range, or where you're kind of sitting back a little bit, you don't want anyone to hear where you're coming from or where your bullets are coming from. So I like to have a suppressor regardless. But in this situation, the monolithic suppressor is the best because it has the damage range on it and the sound suppression. So the damage range is extremely important because it gives you that extra damage range when you're trying to, you know, do a long range shot. So as well as the FSS 26.4 Archangel. This is my favorite for the long range. You can always add either one of these, whatever you'd like to do. There's not much of a difference between the Archangel and the Nexus. There's not a huge difference. It's a different sight, but I personally like this one. It gives you a little bit more mobility. Yeah, it gives you just a little bit more mobility. But anyway, so that's the barrel I like to use. And then I always put on a 60 round mag. The reason for this is I like to have enough bullets to take out multiple enemies and I don't have to reload, especially if I'm not using sleight of hand. I'll use FMJ. So that brings me to my next perk. I like to use FMJ. The reason why is it gives you that extra damage. It gives you a lot more damage. You know, it's a significant amount of damage that you'll have over your enemy. The grip that I like to use is the rubber one, the very last one, and the reason why it gives you that recoil control, and that's what you really need for a long range encounter. And that's pretty much it for the long range, and then you can obviously just add whatever you like and flex them with the gold camo here and the diamond charm for the tournament wins. So this brings me to the next setup here. We have the Grau 5.56, but this is the close range. So this is an option that you can have here for the barrel. It's called ZLR Drifter, and this basically makes it where you can't have an underbarrel, and it shortens the muzzle and the whole barrel all the way pretty much down to nothing. This gives you your aim down, sight speed, movement speed, and recoil control, which is something that helps in a short range encounter. Another thing that would help with the short range encounters are the Strike Light 3, and this helps you with the aim walking movement speed, so you can kind of ADS while, you know, strafing back and forth. That helps a lot in a close range encounter. Always put on FMJ. That's just a personal thing. I think it gives you a slight advantage over your enemy. It gives you the damage that you need to get that kill faster. The rear grip, obviously we're going to put down the one that helps the best in the close encounter, which will be the XRK Void 2. And that helps the aim down, sight speed, and the sprint to fire speed. So if you're running and you just need to get your gun aimed at them immediately, you do that. And I put the 50 round mag on this. You can do the 60 round if you like, but it decreases your mobility a little bit more doing that. The reason why I put the 50 round mag on would be the same reason why I put the 60 on the long range. This helps you where you can get a double kill or a triple kill or maybe even a quad feed without having to reload, and that helps a lot in close range. You know, any second that you can get an advantage over your enemy helps a lot. So if there's any questions or you want to know any other class setups that I like to use, please let me know in the comments, or you know, just let me know if there's any questions you have about that. Another thing that I like to put on my close range here is a C4 and a stem. Those are just helpful for me. The C4 is definitely one of my favorite lethals to use. It's super fast and it can kill in an instant, a lot faster than a Semtex or a grenade can. And a stim is always useful. I always use a stim just to help me get back into the fight right after I get shot. So those are just a couple extra tips that I like to add into this class setup. So yeah, so if any questions, just let me know in the comments below, and we'll get into the gameplay and show you how this works. Alright everybody, we're in a game. We joined a game in progress, so we're not really at an advantage here, but we'll just go ahead and play anyways. Alright, so we started this game. We picked the class that is close range. So we have the shortened barrel here. We have all the setup that I was just talking about. So the aim down sight speed is increased. We can move. We're mobile. We have the strafing ability with the stock. Oh, throwing knife. So yeah, we have the advantage at the close range. Like I said, the 50 round mag is #1 thing for me. I think that's the best option here, is because you have the chance to kill almost their whole team before you have to reload, and I think that's extremely important, especially on this map where you can spawn trap for you. Yeah, that's the C4 right there, so that's why I like to use it, especially because of the riot shielders. Perfect example of being able to kill 3 people before having to reload, and that's just, I can't stress it enough how important it is to have the 50 round mag on. The 50 round mag just saves my life a lot. I mean, it's extremely helpful, and the stim, it helps you get that stim off and you can get right back into action. Oh, I goofed that up. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday. Something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost myself. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time stood still, a king without his crown. Now I'm breaking and you're faking, girl. You never made us out. I'm tired of the pain. So, do I think this gun is better than the other assault rifles? Yes. Yes, I do. Did we lose the game? Yes, we did. But at the end of the day, I personally think this is probably the best all-around assault rifle. The reason why I say that is just because we can add anything we want to it to kind of make it how we want it to be. So you can have it to be up close, you can have it to be medium or long range. Those are my two best class setups for the brand new gun, the Grau 5.56. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you want me to do something else. If you want me to do anything at all, just let me know. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching.